Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about highlighting and contouring. So if you guys want to see how I give my skin that dewy finish and how I uplift and snatch the game, then keep on watching because we are going to be discussing tip by tip how to highlight, conceal, contour and shine for the gods. Yeah. This is going to be a run through of a very detailed tutorial. So I'm going to tell you from start to finish how to highlight and contour. It isn't very difficult, to be honest. It's just a couple of techniques which we're going to run through one by one, and I hope you guys like this video. So let's begin. The first most thing that I do like to do is conceal before contouring. I do like how the structure kind of comes together. I have my light here which is switched off. So this is the real light which you generally go out in. I wanted to show you how it would really turn out without studio lights, because studio lights tend to make things look even more better and kind of pop them out more. So yeah, if you guys also want to see a tutorial of these halo eyes, so let me know, because this is so simple. This just takes 5 minutes. So I am going to take this concealer from LA Pro Girl. I am in the shade Natural. This one I am enjoying currently a lot. So what I like to do is kind of create a V underneath my eye and blend things out with a blender or a brush, whatever you like, and kind of create a shape on my forehead, on my chin and my cupid's bow and the center of my nose to kind of give my nose a bit more structure. And you will see why we do that, because if you only cover like a circle, it's gonna look flat and everything is not gonna come together. So I'm gonna just take like just a tiny bit here. This thing is really like pigmented, so you don't want to take a lot. I do have everything under my eye and it's kind of worn off, my foundation and stuff, so it might just not turn out the exact way I want it to, I guess. Just a tiny bit around my nose. I'm just gonna take a bit more of the product and kind of disperse it evenly. I'm going to do the same on the other eye, and I'll just give my forehead a little bit of shape. I don't have that huge a forehead as compared to this area of mine, so I like to put more concealer. But if you have a bigger forehead, you do want to put less concealer because you don't want light to disperse like that. And I just like to take some on my smile lines, because I feel like I tend to get darker there, and just a little bit whatever is remaining on my chin. I don't like to conceal a lot on my chin, and I'll just this on my lips as well. Why not?
My forehead. Now I've been talking, so the thing is like the stuff gets settled, so you do not want to talk a lot. Like you don't want to take that much gap, as I was taking. I'm just going to slowly blend everything together.
And you don't want to do it too close to your eye if you already have product going down, because then you're going to drag the color with you. Whenever I take my makeup classes, I always say this to people, like, you don't want to judge incomplete makeup, because it's gonna all come together once it's done. So I don't know if you guys can see, but then it just brightens up and kind of gives your face structure, and it's all going to come together once you contour. On a regular basis, I am not that much a fan of a cream contouring as much I am of powder contouring. So yeah, cream contouring for me kind of settles more in the lines than powder contouring. They don't exaggerate your pores. So if you're a person who has too many pores like I have around my nose, then you do not want to do too much of cream contouring. So the best technique to follow cream contouring is a 3, but if you are the type of person who doesn't want to do that and thinks that's too much, then you see that a shadow from a face, and if you can see on the camera as well, a shadow drops down from my face. So this is where I have to contour. You want your face to be lifted, so follow the natural shadow and then blend it upwards. What I like to do for cream contouring mostly is kind of take a darker shade concealer, 3 to 4 shades dark concealer, and then blend things with it. So I'm kind of just following the natural shadow. This is a bit more on the warm tone side, so I'm just going to blend everything together, and you'll see how I blend. I'm just tapping the product in, and then I'm going to disperse the product in the same motion up and downwards, so you don't have a very harsh line, and then the product kind of goes down itself a bit. So you want to keep blending it till you feel like you've blended enough. I am sort of happy with how everything is kind of blended. So now, just because I have a lot of warm tone going on my like upper lid, on my crease, so I do want my contour to be more warm tone. And personally for me, I do prefer more warm tone bronzers than I do prefer cool tone, because my skin has that ashy finish to it, and so cool tone bronzers kind of exaggerate the more darkness. And I don't like to do cream contouring on my jawline to kind of dot my forehead a tiny bit. Just kind of evenly disperse the product. Again, kind of blending it with it to warm up the product, because if the product is too thick, it won't blend as well. This one is the Wet n Wild concealer. It's cruelty free, so that's nice. So I just like to blend everything together. So I'm just kind of blending it with my blender. I'm not dragging the product, but I'm just stamping the product. And you do want to like push the product back into your hairline, so that you don't have like this contour line which is not blended perfectly. I'm not pretty sure if you guys can like figure this out or not, but like if you see, my face looks a bit more uplifted than it looked initially. Okay, I'm just gonna take this guy from L'Oreal. It's the Glam Bronze something. So it has a bronzer, so you could take a giant brush and dip my pan in this guy right here, because I don't like the highlighter side of it at all, and just type off the excess and bronze over the perimeters of my face as well. So I'm just gonna hit the pan one more time with a fatter brush and kind of go over my jawline. So now I don't like that harsh line. A lot of people leave that. I kind of go over with the bronzer over my, like on my ear as well, because I don't personally enjoy the color difference that much. Some people do leave the line as it is and just contour this area. I like to bring it in this shape and then kind of go over my jawline. So squish it around. Just take a bit more. Do the same on the other side. Just kind of bring it down and then kind of blend everything towards my neck. This way I just feel that my contour and everything is kind of blending well together. I don't like a very heavy nose contour personally. I don't mind the shape of my nose that much, and even if I do, I feel like nose job really. I feel like nose contour kind of makes things very obvious that you've done contouring. So I just like to go a little bit and kind of shape my nose. Then the best technique is, if you feel like it's too shaped, then you could just go over with a beauty blender and kind of set things down, or just use your fingers. I will generally just use my fingers and kind of set things down. So I really enjoyed this highlight from Makeup Academy. And why aren't you focusing today? This is such a pretty champagne color. Do be careful, the highlight does kind of add texture to your skin, so if you use way too much, then your pores might get visible. So if you're someone who doesn't like that thing, then avoid too much highlights. I would just take literally any brush and kind of go over and highlight. You could also take your fingers if you don't want to brush and dedicate a brush to it. And so I would just dip my brush in the highlighting pan, and if you can see, and then just go over like this area. I don't like to bring it down here. I think my face drops, but if you don't have like if you really have already a very structured face, then you could bring it down. So I'm loving how things kind of layered on top of each other. I did go put on some blush and the camera stopped recording when I put on some blush. So what I generally like to do is take my highlighter, load my brush, go over my cupid bows just a tiny bit on my chin. And you don't want to put a lot because you don't want very textured skin. Just gonna do one more time and slide it up. And do you see that how light hits? It looks so glowy. And with just a tiny bit remaining cleaner brush, I'm gonna blend everything together. So yeah, try everything out and I'm sure it's gonna work for you. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, then give my video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. And also my birthday is coming, so we're gonna have a birthday giveaway very soon. So you want to subscribe and hit the notification bell down below, or you could check out my face just on the top corner, and you could also click that and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.